Hello everyone, this is Dr. Kritika Yash Sonar and welcome to my channel The Genuine Doctor. So today's topic of discussion is going to be sugar cravings. So let us understand what is sugar first and what it does to our body. Sugar is nothing but glucose. Glucose is an instant source of energy for our bodies. It also is a comfort food which triggers serotonin and dopamine in our body, which has a calming and rewarding effect in our brains. Okay, so let us first discuss the medical conditions that might cause sugar cravings, and later we'll discuss about the non-medical conditions. So the first medical condition which has craving for sugar is diabetes. In diabetes, we ask the patient not to have too much sweet, but on the contrary, the patient craves for sweet. Why so? In diabetes, the blood sugar level is very high in glucose, but the cells are not receiving the glucose for energy production. So the cell feels deprived of sugar, deprived of glucose. That is why it sends brain the message to have more sugar or more sweets, so that it can suffice the need of ATP production or energy production through the glucose. The second medical condition might be hypoglycemia or hypotension. Now, what is that? Hypoglycemia means low sugar level and hypotension means low blood pressure. In both these conditions, the brain is not getting enough of glucose for its energy. That is why it sends the signal of having more sugar. So, along with feeling like vertigo or dizziness or weakness, you also have craving for sugars. You might also feel headache in these conditions. So definitely check your blood pressure and sugar if you're having these symptoms. The third medical condition that might trigger sugar cravings is deficiency of magnesium. In this condition, along with craving for sugar, there's also cramps in the body. Very on and off, the patients experience cramps. There is headache, there is disturbance in sleep, and there's a lot of fatigue also. So definitely check on your magnesium levels if your sugar cravings are high. Now let us discuss about the non-medical conditions which trigger sugar cravings. So the first condition is boredom. Yes, you heard it right. Boredom is something that makes us want some kind of quick pleasure. So sweet is nothing but a comfort food and a quick pleasure that you can give to your body. So boredom is one of the factors which can be controlled, and it is not a medical condition. The second factor is mental exertion. Often you might be experiencing it yourself that whenever you're studying or whenever you're too much involved mentally into something, you start craving for sugar. Because your brain is so active, it requires more and more instant energy, more and more glucose for that energy production, and that is why it craves for sugar more. The third condition is lack of balanced diet. So whenever you're having a high carb diet and the protein, the fibers, the healthy fat is less in your diet, you often crave for more sugar. And often after meals, many people complain that I want to have some amount of sweet so that I can feel better or my meal is complete. So that is because your diet is not balanced. So definitely focus on more of protein, healthy fat and fibers in your diet. The fourth condition is stress. So whenever you are stressed, you also want an energy to deal with that stress, or you want some kind of comfort. So as I mentioned earlier, sweets are something that gives you comfort, that gives you a warm hug, metaphorically. So that is why you crave more of sweets. And after having sweets, there is a boost of serotonin, there is a boost of dopamine that calms your nerves down. So definitely stress is one of the factors that make you crave for sugars more. The fifth point is increase in the level of bad bacteria in your gut or worms in your gut. In children, usually worms are one of the reasons why they crave for sugar more. So that needs to be treated. In adults, when the bad bacteria levels are high in their intestine, that triggers them to have more and more and more of sugar. In such condition, having more of probiotic and prebiotic foods can help them control their sugar cravings and also balance the flora and fauna of the gut. The sixth point and the last point is habit. So once you're habituated to something, it is very difficult to reverse it. Many times we are addicted to smoking, drinking, sometimes your phones or any other drugs. Sweet is kind of on the same lines, that you are habituated to it, you're addicted to it. So definitely that needs a counseling as well as medical help. And I would definitely recommend homeopathy if there's any medical condition attached to your sugar cravings, or else you can control your cravings by having a balanced diet and a good lifestyle. I hope this video was informative. For more such videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.